Hi guys, Yolanda here, and thanks for coming back to my channel. I'm going to do a super easy and quick tutorial on making these gorgeous little envelopes, and it's, you know, I was just playing around the other day. I will show them to you, but first let me show you the very basic way to make them. You can make them very easily from a 6x6. I love this. I've got to do something with it once upon a time. So you can use 6x6 pad, or just cut up a 12x12 piece of paper, which is what I'm going to do now. Just for, sorry, I'm just getting stuff out the way, which I should have done, but didn't. So here we are. Okay. So this is gorgeous. I've got a whole pad from this that I need to make some journals from them. Just wondering which one. Okay, so I'm going to cut my 12x12 into 6x6. You can make any size you want, of course. Then you just have to figure out where you're going to score, because that's not something I'm very good at. Maths, figures, anything to do with figures gives me, what do they call it? Shingles, hives. Okay, so I've just cut that out. But like I say, I've been using these. I hope you've got a scoring board, but if you haven't, you can still do this. I am going to use my big scoring board. Now what you're going to do, figure out, you know, which way you want your, look at this mess. Envelope to go. So that's there. The first score is 2 1/4. Right. This paper is beautiful and thick, but not too thick, you know, to work with. That's why I like it. Craft Consortium, by the way. This happens to be, if you don't recognize it. So 2 1/4 and 2 1/4 for the flaps. Then you're going to go 2 1/2. Because we want a rectangular, my finger was in the way, the envelope. Okay, we do not want square. Although the paper is square, we are making rectangular envelopes. So you can also use reuse normal envelopes, you know, or old envelopes, used envelopes. Oh my gosh, my words. So basically 2 1/2 and 2 1/2. There it is, paper size, 6x6 inches. Score at 2 1/4. These two flaps, or rather these two, doesn't matter, you know. And then score the other side 2 1/2. Okay, and take it. Let's do our little foldy. The only thing is with double side, and it's not always double-sided, you know, the pattern, which I actually prefer, but you can always just coffee dye them. You see, this is your regular envelope, right? So here you got your regular size envelope, and I really do like to flatten it. Then you can go in. I'm not going to decorate this, and I mean, all you really need to know is the size and the cutting, etc. Really, when you score, cut on the other side of the line, not this way. Otherwise, when you fold it, the paper will bend and it won't look nice, and then you'll have to trim it again, which I normally do anyway. So let's go here. Here. I haven't tried using reusing envelopes yet, but it's just, you know, another way to do them. Another piece of ephemera that looks a bit different. There we go. Okay, and then you're going to turn it, the rectangle, up that way, right? Let's see which is you know, if you've got a pattern, you have to go by your pattern. So that'll be my upside. And you can even mark it, you know what I mean, if you want to. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to fold that in. Now there's different ways of doing this. Let me show you the most, what shall I say, easiest way. So you're going to fold those two flaps in. And then you're just going to make a little mark. You don't even have to measure that, okay? So if you can see that, I have made my, you can't see it on this one. Anyway, there's one there and one there. I'm going to cut it. See, just like that. Nothing fancy, so simple. And then you can always rub out the pencil marks. I always mark it with a pencil, but you can just go ahead and just cut straight away if you want to, you know. And then that forms the closure, one way of closing it anyway. Okay, and it just looks different. I do like to have this piece, which you will see when I show you my other ones. Let's just put that through like that, because it looks cool. Can you see that? Now, another way of closing this, you can do what you did here, you can do it on here as well and tuck that in, which is what I've done here. I mean, how easy is this? Okay, so I've done a slit there and a slit there. So it closes like that. And then it opens up. And then let me show you what they look like when they're decorated. I've just made a whole lot, which I will go and decorate afterwards. And yeah, these are them here, decorated ones. So sweet. I did make some slightly smaller. I've used stickers to decorate this one. It looks too beautiful. More stickers. There's my slit, and then I've put that inside. And then again, this can be used to write on. You can always also leave those blank. And these are just little Tim Holtz journal cards that I've put in here. So these are meant to be opened, okay? So let me just show you, then you know, hopefully to inspire you. Okay, I'm not going to close it. I'll show you this one at the end. The closure is really, really cool. Let's get these out the way so that you can. Then there's this gorgeous one, which is more on your vintage side. It's just lovely. This is also Tim, well, I'm sure you know, Tim Holtz. Lace, various bits of papers. This is actually a frame. I don't know if you can see it well enough on camera. And she's standing on the windowsill, etc., etc., bits and pieces. Then you turn it to this side, more papers and stamps. And this, I really like that. You know, it's just folded bits from my jar. You know, I keep all my little bits and pieces. And some more decoration there. And this simply opens like that. Really nice. This also has a slit. It's just not in at the moment. This is embossed, as you can see here. And I used these waxes to highlight the embossing. So this opens out. It's plain inside. I mean, you can't write on that, which is why I made a little, I added some little papers in there and some journal cards. You can staple it, you can sew it, you can, you know, join them together any way you want, and put any piece of small ephemera in here. I'm probably going to cover that with some washi tape. Okay, so that's another way. Really like that. Then we have, this one belongs somewhere. Oh gosh, where does it belong? All right. Then we have this one, gorgeous paper, just with some stickers. It opens that way. Look how beautiful that looks. It doesn't even look like an envelope. And to just again bits and pieces there. And I just used Velcro to close it. Now with this one, I cut that off. I made a little pocket. And I just put, again, you can put any ephemera in here, you know. Yes, my darling. That's my little figu, my little Yorkie that is just growing so fast. Another one, I'm loving sticker work. I think I'm still going to do something there. But again, just to give you ideas, guys. And this is also Velcroed. Same thing there. I've left this blank. But there you have it. And again, just a little journal card. And there is another way I want to show you. Yeah, okay, same thing. There we go, and I put these too close to the edge, but it's still okay because they're rather big, these eyelids. So they are a little bit close to my edge there, but you know what, it's still nice. And then I've decided to leave these blank. Entirely up to you, you know, for journaling. So this whole thing can be journaled on, and then just two little, I haven't done anything on there yet, but I will. And some pretties, you know. So that is that one. I wanted to show you the one that takes this. Oh, where is it? Okay, doesn't matter. Let's pretend this is it. What you do, you just, if you want to make it into a pocket, you just put your glue there, glue that down. I would still do this slit thing because I just like it. And then this journal card goes inside. So, oh, you know where I think it goes? On here. Okay, now we're going to look at this one. With the ribbon, very simple, it's nice paper. Yes, my darling, he wants to come onto my desk, so he's complaining. He's complaining. Sorry guys, I'm distracted. And this bow, now this closure is lovely, and it can be used anywhere. So again, I've used an eyelet. Let me show you what I've done here. I've taken a ribbon, folded it in half, pulled it through there. So that's your closure. Now you can, to make it easier, then you wrap the ribbon around, pull it through, and then you can just pull this down to adjust it. Okay, try doing both hands. There we go. And that's all you do, guys, and then you do a bow, and it's closed. This would be great for closure on journals as well. So let me just quickly show you the inside of this one. So I really like that. Oh, this is the one that's closed. You see what I mean? I've turned that into a pocket. This gorgeous little journal card will go in there, and you know, you can put another tag in here or something. So that's another one. And this doesn't, this should stay in place. I don't know why I pulled it out, but anyway, just leave it in place there. Okay. And this one, yeah, also what I did here, let's just put this back. Just want to show you guys. Oh my gosh, he wants attention, my baby. You can stack them, guys, stack them up with this kind of closure, of course, and with the other string closure that I showed you. Yorkies are very demanding. This is the first Yorkie I've ever had. I've always had Maltese, little dogs, you know, Maltese and poodles. And that little face that looks up at me. There we go. And then you can add, you can stack it like this, and it just looks amazing. There we go. How about that? I mean, you can do it looser and put more stuff in there. So that's the stackable ones. You got the string closure and yada yada yada. I'm loving these two. They're more your pastels. And guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. I hope it inspired you to go and create your own. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to give me a like and to subscribe and share. I'd be really grateful. It helps me a lot. You have no idea. If you don't do videos, of course. But I will see you again soon for hopefully more quick tutorials. Ciao now. Bye bye.